Back on with the scan tools, this one X-431 interface. So why I promote this, because many people using our scan tools, they don't know inside features. So what is the inside features, and with the so on, what you call this one interface. Okay, so many people with our old interface, they say this is just a scanner with the all the Vega software. No, actually, on the left side there's a three bar. You hit it, so many item in here. So what's the item in here? You can update, you can get information. This is the information for the maintenance. Okay, so many kind of the maintenance also in here. We look forward to upgrade more car in here. So actually, in the new interface, as you are using in this one interface, what inside here? Why so many? Why we do the new interface for the new unit? Because there is too much function in here. We need to add up. So in this intelligent diagnosis, for intelligent diagnosis, once you hit the intelligent diagnosis, it will take the VIN number. Okay, so just like as you see, this one, it connect with the VCI connector as Bluetooth connector, and it will take the vehicle VIN number to check online. So this with this function, your scanner must be in the in the Wi-Fi online. So they will check, and it will show up what is a model is for this car. So very easy for your customer to recognize that car, because so many people are just like BMW, Mercedes. There is a dozen model inside there, but if you are using the VIN, it will show very easy. So for local diagnosis, just like traditional, you go inside the Vega, and then you check the Vega, and then it also will come out with the VIN number. It will automatically detect it. Okay. So and what system you need to do, you just hit on it. So this is inside local diagnosis. What is begin? Inside here, there is a health report. As the health report, they for just like example, this Mercedes Benz, maybe there's over so many system inside there. But if you click on one by one, you will become use very very long time to do the diagnosis. But if your customer using this health report, actually it will become faster. One shot, it will come out all the trouble code. So that means you can see one by one and figure out what's the problem actually for the car. So not suppose that car come out with one trouble code, because there is many. Okay, some of the engine code, maybe the other system will come out, other system they said that ECM is problem, and so on so on. So next, okay. So if you are using the local diagnosis also, so what is the actually the in the lower bar there, you see Vega coverage, what's the new and introduction. Okay, so so many people don't see this, because if you are many customers ask, this software include this car, and this function or not. So this actually this Vega coverage will help you a lot. So your customer no need to and call you anytime. You teach them and they can search it here. So what for the watch function and the next system, what's the actual test inside or inside the Vega coverage. Okay. So the model inside here also help you a lot. You no need to uh, part by part or phone by phone to answer them the answer. Okay. So also with this trouble code, for the trouble code, also you have the code search on this here. So in this code search, it's not just a trouble code. Also, you hit the code search, it will automatically bring you to the Google search. This Google search help your customer a lot. It have an image, it have the website that they you can he can help your customer. So not suppose he once he see the trouble code, he directly call you. So maybe he will try to search something inside the website before they call you. So also with the picture. Okay. So after inside the interface also have software update. In the software update, so inside here, your customer actually can update by themselves. Okay. So in the software, what you need to focus on is someone interrupt me the screen. What happened? Okay. So in this update system, here is something I want to say is if your customer see the update, firmware update, app update, you must do all this kind of update before the vehicle model. So actually, this is a application for your tablet and the firmware upgrade before the vehicle model. So that's why uh, the software you run is smooth. So maybe some of people only see this vehicle Audi update and then oh he update, but he left this firmware update. So that's why the software will become error. Okay, make sure you update. Okay. Okay, so in this diagnosis history, what's the purpose for our engineering do this? Some of the people their workshop very big. So there is maybe 10 or 20 car per day they diagnosis. So in this here, so if you're having the diagnosis history, so the next day refer for that car mechanic still can using the diagnosis history to check this what's the problem with the last with this car trouble code. Maybe there's people one like very like to clear trouble code. Once they clear, the next person who check this car, they totally don't know what is about with the car. So with the diagnosis history, once you click, you can see through this this hold on. It will show you the diagnosis trouble code for the for it. Okay. So this is the next for the my report. So on you have the report. Okay, so you have the report on the Vega. So if you are facing a problem, Sorry about that. Okay. So if you are checking the trouble code, then you can save a report for your company, just like an insurance company. They need the detail for that car. So in this inspection report, after you print it, or you can share directly with your with your Gmail. Okay. So just like this. Okay. So inside diagnosis function, okay, inside diagnosis function, there is the data for you to check. Actually, actually this is the diagnosis data for them to check one by one in detail. Actually, detail just like a graph. Some of the O2 sensor maybe you need to check with the graph. So that's on you can use the graph for it. Okay. Okay. So on in here, I want to show the special that maybe you not using it, but it have inside your diagnosis your diagnosis in here. So you can see it. There is a compare sample here. So in the compare sample, okay. So for the compare sample, once not every car you recognize it and you know the graph for this. Actually, this you can compare with good car and the bad car, problem car. So in here, so you can once you check with the new with the problem car, you hit the compare sample, and then you save this sample, and then sure you can compare with the same car, but it's okay. The car is okay, not any jerking, not any problem. So in this compare, actually very easy for a mechanic to find out what's the problem. Okay, so because some of the problem that it won't show up with the DDC with a trouble code, but if the trouble code no trouble code, how you want to check? So in here compare this data compare very easy. The mechanic can directly check it. What's the problem? Oh, okay. So the next. Okay. Inside there is still have a reset. In the reset there is a brake reset, oil reset, and steering angle sensor reset, battery reset. So actually this one, if your customer is just like using the BMW, you want to oil reset for it, there is you if you go in the BMW, maybe you need to use around 10 minutes, 15 minutes to search it, where is the function. But if for the reset area, you just hit it inside the reset, you hit it or reset, it will it will guide you until the function. You won't show up any other function. So this is very good for a person who not familiar with that system. So it also won't touch any other thing. Just like sample, one of the customer, he just want to oil reset, but he go inside BMW, he don't know English. Then he press there until the vehicle cannot start. But once I recognize the once I introduce this reset function for him, he directly oil reset for the car in just 5 minutes. Very good function for this. So make sure you introduce this function for your customer. Okay, and here maintenance. This is very good for your for your customer. In maintenance, what actually show you. Actually, in the maintenance, you don't be shy to touch this maintenance. This maintenance all is about information. So in the maintenance, there is a operating skill, DDC help, automatic technology handbook, and repair case. Actually, this what they want to what the engineering want to show you is how to operate the special function. So this is a very good idea for your customer because many people don't know inside this maintenance there's a there is a function, there is a information in here. Okay, if you are you if you can recommend them, if they are very free on the workshop, they can keep in the maintenance to read it out, read all the function inside here before the car get problem. Once the car get problem, go into the workshop, then you will remind your reminder will come out and you can directly go to a maintenance and can read again what's the problem and what you want to do. Okay, so just like this one information, one what's the problem and what's the TDC axis. Okay, some of the control module that you inside is also will show you what's the module, where is the module, and where is the item. Okay, so and the headlamp, many people don't know what's the what's the shape of the control module, and then they order us the different part, and the headlamp maybe come with the wrong part. Okay, so this is for you to see. Okay, so with the feedback function, actually this feedback is help a lot for engineering to change the what's the problem, because in the function maybe not inside there's a way, many kind of car inside, but we cannot try one by one and all the system inside there. So if you are facing any problem with that that software, you can directly make a feedback report for engineering. So that's why uh, once you do the report, engineering can directly check what do you enter. Maybe you have entered a wrong place, and maybe you enter a wrong code inside there. So if the feedback you send, engineering can check it directly. And don't forget, after you send the feedback, you just like you fill up the form. So inside one by one in here, actually is showing what you hit, what you touch before. So and then once you want to send, you can still add on with the image. So after you send out the feedback, don't forget to capture this screen. This screen is very important for just like for Lucky to service you. Because this log for them for us to easy to track back what's the problem with this. So after engineering check this problem, it will feedback to you in the feedback in the feedback area. Okay. So other module, this is the feedback. This in this other module, because when you are using the battery, you cannot go back to the Android page anymore. So that's why all of the function, just like TeamViewer and the browser, all inside the other module. So your customer, if you want to check the gallery, email, or browser, and recording master, still you can use it in here. So if the for the remote diagnosis, uh, maybe before you guys already use this function before with the if the scanner control with the scanner. Okay, so there is a new item with this website. Maybe you don't know. So you can using the PC log in this website remote die .x431.com to diagnosis your customer. So you using your but you have you need to be a user, launch user. So you use your username password, log in this website and do the remote diagnose for your customer. So this is very good without using TeamViewer. TeamViewer sometimes you need to did someone say cannot hear? Now my sound is okay. Okay. So this is a remote diagnosis for you. With the PC, you no need to you need no need use TeamViewer anymore. You with this website, you can easily go through internet to remote diagnosis your customer. So actually, there's I want to show you guys a sample of the trouble code. So sample of the trouble code because I did use a lot of time video or is still okay. I will go on. Okay. So example for the DDC. Okay. So for example one, these are operation for your customer to check the trouble code. But some of your customer may complaining why the trouble code cannot be clear. So in here, I want to show you just not every trouble code you can clear with the current. You see there is a current P0340. There is a current code for this. If you has history code, you can clear it easy. But if the current code, you may not because there is a current problem with it. So I will recognize this website for your customer. Actually, this website is still have Chinese version and all many language inside that you choose what you want. So inside here, maybe you can tell them that you can search it here. But if you search it here, you will see like this. Okay, so what you want to focus on actually this workshop, this website can teach your customer. Okay, what's this trouble code meaning? So that's why they no need to interrupt you every time. So they won't directly call you, what's this problem? And then before they call you, they can around already know what this is about. So actually, this very good website and other website, there's many more website that talk about trouble code and uh, help for us to diagnosis. Okay, so I will show this video because this is a video for the operation of the X-431 Pro. Okay, so this is a Pro operation. Okay, so I will share with this video. Okay, so this video is actually this car is cannot be start because there is some of the problem it cannot start, but this engine fail cannot start. Okay, after that use X-431. So to set up this X-1 Pro, actually very easy. You just use uh, the connector. This long cable, don't forget to tell your customer you must use this cable to avoid your connector, loosen your connector. So many people use this connector will forgot this connector inside the car, and then the car gone, and its connector also gone. So just plug in the connector inside. Okay, now start with the diagnosis. So you just hit in what's the model inside here. So and check it, the health report. So this is the operation for the health report. So it will come out the trouble system only. So once you get the trouble code, try to check out the sensor location. Not suppose that the trouble code, clear trouble code, not supposed on it. Okay. Once you see the sensor and he found the defect, so the wiring already broken. So and after you fix it, so this is how I fix the wiring. Is not too tidy, but it's still connect. Okay, after connection, so you still can check with the trouble code, and you clear the trouble code. Once the trouble code can clear, double check with the read trouble code. So make sure it's no trouble code, and then you started the car and test it. You see the car already start, problem already solved. So what I want to show you guys is not suppose the trouble code come out. It only you only clear it, but also you need to be double check with the problem. Okay. So on the second example, I want to show you is an attractor test. Just now is a trouble code. Now is an attractor test. So attractor test, I will show you this video because most of the people they don't know how to use this attractor test. So you see there is a fuel splashing. So in here, actually attractor test, there is a function of the fuel pump off. For the latest car model, there is a fuel pump with a high pressure fuel pump. So with this function to off the high pressure fuel pump before you change the filter. just like a aircon, the fuel hose, you want to attach it, you splash around. But if you using this function, it won't splash, and it will become safety to change the hose or the fuel pump. So you go in, you when you operate the Attractor Test, it will it will low down the pressure and the engine still going. So after the engine not enough for the fuel pressure, it will automatic stop the engine. So after that, after low down the pressure, you can start open up all the fuel component, just like a fuel pump. You want to open a fuel pump, fuel hose, and so on, all the fuel high pressure fuel hose. Okay, so this is the result. Without you activate the Attractor Test, it will become splash around the fuel pump, and it will become very dangerous. So this is a operation to change the fuel filter without splashing any leaks. Okay, after that install back and it become. Let's continue our presentation. Okay. Okay, so in this example 3, I want to show you the special function for some car. Okay, so in here special function, actually many people using the special function, but they they won't see, they don't care about the DDC before they do special function. Just like the previous customer, they want to do some of special function, but there is no trouble code there. So they just operate it without any problem. So it might be cannot cannot function because if the car is normal, no problem, but you do the programming, it will maybe you will damage the car. So in here, this number 3 example, you see the trouble code in here. All trouble code is the permanent communication faulty. This is the communication problem, not the open, not the open circuit. But beside of that, you will see the electrical column adjust. The last is it show you circuit to positive or open circuit. This is a problem. What's the problem with this BMW? So actually this BMW is problem with this steering column, but it say adjustment, but after adjust, it still cannot done. So there is your customer also need to know what's the driver complaining. Driver sometimes they complaining different of that car. Maybe the car have communication error, but they complain the system is not working, other system is not working. So may you need to your customer also need to find out the driver what they complain, so that you won't misunderstand with the car. So mechanic test, sure you need to test after you listen to the driver complaining. So this is the third special function. I will show you how we do this special function. Okay, let me play the video. Special function. Okay, in this special function, we are doing the coding for this BMW using the pet tree. Show this because the operation of the pet tree. So this one problem is the coding with the column switch. So once we enter, once we change the module, we must do coding. So inside the automatic search, you can check the DDC verse. Every time we do coding or programming, we check the trouble code before we do it. So this is the identification number for the car. So this is a health report function. Okay, after that, make sure health report is some of the code. So if one of the problem system, it will generate so many problem with so many different problems. Say is no unit open circuit but is see there is only one open circuit. It will create all the system is say this function is this system is not functioning. So make sure it's a trouble code. After that, uh, after that we do this, we find out the problem with the column switch. After change it, is to do the coding. Okay, so this is the coding function. So you still can go for the list to check what's the list inside there. We can do the coding. Inside here, there is a many system, active steering, others, electronic power steering. Also, you can do the coding. So this coding, you can hit it coding. Use the latest coding number because we don't know. We still don't know the car if which batch of that of this coding. So we hit the latest one. So after code, double check with the trouble code. So we after code you will guide to check the trouble code. Okay. After you code the module, there is other transmission, just as transmission, active steering. They still have the same code, but you need to delete it all because you already solved this column switch. So this is the problem. This is all the trouble code. You hit it, clear DGC on the bottom there. If you one click delete all the trouble code, they will notice for this. You need to test drive or anything else. So make sure DDC all clear. If the system all normal, it will become normal. Yes, there is no trouble code after job done. Okay, get back to our slide. Okay, this is the third set example for the special function. For this, hope you guys take note about this. So all the special function for the Vega, you need to make sure is you concentrate on the notice. Many notice it will show you want to off the key, on the key. Make sure you follow it. Otherwise, you will fail on the special function. Okay. So other than that, there is still some kind of special function I want to show it in here. Just like Nissan throttle body. Many customer complain about this Nissan throttle body, but for myself, I already do the throttle body learning many times. Even for my own car, uh, my friend's car, or I take this for this. Many people uh, will ignore this note. Okay, this note is very important because why? You see, what's the progress they need? Coolant temperature says 70 to 90 degree. This is very important for the Nissan to do this one, either air volume learning. This is learning the throttle body. Even I use Nissan original scan tools before. There is a same note in here, but the OEM person will very take care of it. But in outside the workshop, they always ignore this notice. Then after that, they complaining about cannot do the total body learning. So that's why I need to mention in here. But before that, before that, okay, there is need to do one special function. Okay, is self-learning. Self-learning very important before you do the total body learning. So this is to clear the airflow mixture. So the airflow mixture make sure is fixing, is 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 okay. Then you do the either air volume learning. So the car will be done. Okay, so make sure this temperature is in this range. If because some I don't know why in Nissan Vega the heat very fast come out. Once they already clean the throttle body, once they start the engine, not within 5 minutes, the temperature will heat up until 90 degree very fast. But uh, before you want to start the engine, make sure you keep on and enter and use the scan tools, enter until you see this notice. Then you start engine. Once you start engine, hit on OK again. So the special function, the screen will become like this, and you hit the start. It will not you tell you about 5 minutes to do this action. But actually, if the car is normal, is using 1 or 2 minutes to do the learning. If in more than 5 minutes, it will become overheat. So overheat for this function, not overheat for the car, is over 90 degree in, and this function will become fail. So and then once it complete, it will show up complete. If no complete, you need to wait for 5 minutes, and then after it fail, you need to cool down the engine until the cool down the engine coolant temperature until 70, and then you start reuse this function again. So this is a tips for the customer. So you need to alert with the temperature. Okay. So and another tips is the some of car, I don't know why, but, they still cannot complete with the with this either, because what's the problem actually is here. The engine speed is over than 1,200. Okay, this is a problem also. If this Nissan, you over the engine speed for the 1,200, you can also cannot success in this special function. What you want to do is engage a gear and then engage either one gear, maybe drive or reverse to low down the RPM. So after you low down the RPM, you hit it okay within 1-2 minutes. It will done. I try many times already. So this Nissan, you have to be careful for that uh, total body learning. Okay, so in this Toyota CVT oil pressure, also many people complaining about this problem, cannot do this learning. Okay, but they didn't do the reset memory because, okay, because you not they ignore the notice. Once you hit on CVT oil pressure, you will notice you need to do a reset memory, otherwise you become fail. So many people ignore this function. So you need to do reset memory first, and then after you do a reset memory, there's an instruction for this. You need to off and on again. Okay, so make sure the car is the progress is past this memory reset, and then only you can do CVT oil pressure calibration. So CVT oil calibration also there is a key on here. You need to off the ignition for 30 seconds. Okay, so off the ignition 30 seconds and then on again. Wait for at least 2 seconds and start the Vega. Okay, within 5 seconds. So this is a notice inside the inside this Toyota. This Toyota is the Alpha. Alpha Wellfire is using the same system in here. Every time you change the CVT oil, this system this function must be performed. Okay. So in the case 3, there's two more case only. Okay. So in this Honda steering angle sensors, so on also there's a notice for this. You need to be level. What the meaning of to be level? Leave level. This mean you have to be at the flat place. Okay. Some of the car is back parking straight on the stand engine on the vehicle stand. You like this degree and they do this function is totally fail. It will maybe it will success, but after you drop it, you test the car, it will fail because this sensor is using all sensor adjustment. It will calibrate standing angle and the G sensor. G sensor is the most important thing for the this VSA system, the ABS system. Okay, so this is the key point in here. Steering should be ahead. It's okay if you are on the -2 around tolerance is 5. So in this function, most important is vehicle must be level on the flat road. Okay, okay. This is the last Audi guide function. So I will show this guide function for you. Okay, in the video, by the video. Okay, I play the video first. Okay. Okay. So this is the guide function, but in only for the Pet 3 Pro 3, but the Pro is don't have this guide function. This guide function for Audi, Volkswagen, Skoda, and Seat. So after you see the trouble code, they so if you are engaged with the Audi system, it come out a guide function. You mention it when you are using with Audi. So the guide function will guide you. You choose what's the car model. So inside here, they'll guide you one by one system. Steering angle, if you want to do this function. Okay, now it already in the guide function. So it will do one by one. Sometimes you don't know what you want to do before the steering angle sensor. But if you engage the steering angle sensor but it fail, so you need to reset other module first. So this is the one they need to check the column module. Make sure it is operating correctly, not have any trouble code in this control module, and then you start the calibration. This is the one by one system for your customer, very easy to do. Because most of people after they do the calibration, they cannot and then blame our scan tools cannot do something steering angle sensor. But in the true is there is a something problem in other system that they not notice. So in this function, it also guide you to turn your steering wheel. So keep on do what he told you, and you align the steering wheel on a straight ahead. Okay, this will show you the steering angle, so the measurement. So perform the calibration. This system will make sure the car is every system is not interrupting this calibration. So this is done for the steering angle. So it will guide you also. You need to restart. You off the engine, restart the control module, and then once it's done, you check. You can check again with the trouble code. Make sure it's no more trouble code. Okay, it come out with trouble code again. Try to clear it. Okay, some of the there is a steering angle, and last you still need to do this step. Engage the gear, press the brake, turn until the end. So the steering will active again. Okay, actually the meter will come out a sound. Once it sound, tung, and then go back to normal. Okay, then it will done. So this is the progress for a special guide system. Okay, this guide system actually help many people to do the function. So this one it only available in Pro 3 and above. Sorry for the Pro. Then that's why this is a key point you need to show to your customer. If they need the special just like this guide function, maybe they choose Pad 3 better or Pro 3. Okay. Okay, so this is our this is the as this is the training. So let me okay I unmute you all. Okay, so if you have some of the question, you still can drop me a email or you can contact to Lucky.